It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the 49ers and the Jets, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that.
There he goes, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffery. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. Now 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the gut, Mccaffery. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Purdy. Touchdown 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Jets at 2-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now Rodgers.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Javon Hargrave in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
On second down, McCaffrey found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Fights through and now a crease. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Purdy off the play fake. He'll get this to his tight end, Latu.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy will look to throw again here.
Shakes up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
New York set to take the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Oh, what a move. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Purdy looking to throw. And this pass caught by Gray.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll try to run with Mccaffery. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 75 as his guys are able to extend their lead. With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And New York set to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. They'll start the drive with Hill. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
To throw is Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Rodgers now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Bannicander once again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Rodgers. That's to the sideline and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side Mccaffery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. That's caught by McCutcheon.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
On 1st down, this is Mccaffery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 44-yard line.
Off the option, here's Mccaffery. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Look, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And the Jets set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Rodgers now to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. On first down, Purdy.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Back to throw, Purdy. That one into the hands of McCutcheon.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Mccaffery.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd down, here's Mccaffery. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Able to find Gray here.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1. Purdy now to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Got a man right side. It's Mccaffery. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy bootlegging it.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as a tackle made at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. From the shotgun to Mccaffery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Lance McCutcheon.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On second down, here's Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to throw.
And he will find his man Samuel. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at the 34.
And he'll start by handing this off to Mccaffery.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Fighting to stay upright.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Rodgers now on first down.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Another run with Mccaffery on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They stay on the ground. Mccaffery again.
And he went backwards.
He'll be down at the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And this one is right down Broadway.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for San Francisco, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.